That's only because he played in the celebrity softball games at All-Star Weekend. That's the only reason I know the Miz is. Also, sexual deviant, the guy who threw shoes in Austin Powers. Didn't that guy do something?
Oh yeah, he was the one that got punched by the mullet guy in the dick, right?
In the dick,
UFC 3?
Yeah, in the dick.
Okay.
Let's get this over with, because I gave up on sports since Sunday. I haven't been watching any sports. I don't like sports anymore. Sports are dumb.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Ah!
What do you want?
The world, sir. Damn flirkins. Those fucking cats. I'm on Team Skrull when it comes to flirkins. They're creepy, and I don't like them. I can't wait to see a scene in Secret Invasion when an army of flirkins comes at a bunch of Skrulls. Like, I think that should be a thing. If they don't do that, they're missing out on comedy gold. It's a great callback.
You are a terrible fucking sports fan.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You don't give a shit about a team until they beat your friend's team, and you want your friends to feel like shit.
No!
Because you're a terrible fucking sports fan. That's exactly what you're doing. You want to troll people and make them feel fucking shitty because the team you don't actually care for be the team that we actually care about. So fuck you, Ray. Fuck you before you even fucking say everything.
Well.
Bro, Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense. I was going to say that, like, I forgot for a second how big of a garbage person you were until I heard that thing that I said about you being a terrible sports fan, but I didn't forget how big of a garbage person you were. That's impossible.
I'm a terrible sports fan, but god damn it, I'm fun.
Not. Are you? Who says that to you?
I am.
Who said this? People told you that, or are you just assuming? Because I don't know, man. When I'm with you, you usually do something to annoy me or physically hurt my eardrum.
Well, I mean, it's just how I clap, man.
Yeah, and apparently, I'm not the only one who has a problem with it, which means everyone you're with has a problem with it. Just only two people felt comfortable enough to say, Ray, you're being an asshole. Stop it.
I don't try to be an asshole. It's just
be cognizant of it. Clap down here. Clap by your balls. You don't have to clap on my fucking eardrum. Your fucking sonic boom claps fucking give me tinnitus.
Shauna says the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe it's you, Ray. Jeez.
I know.
34 years, have you finally figured out maybe it's you?
No, a lot of marijuana and also a DMT trip showed me the way.
But really? Because it doesn't seem like it.
When the Anunnaki looked at me and went, "Embrace yourself," I did, and it was up here that I needed to unlock.
Even your DMT trips are narcissistic. Sheesh.
It was an atom. I remember it started off with like an atom bomb plume, like a mushroom cloud, and then everything started
representing your comedy career.
Probably.
just fat boy,
just flying by a desk with a piece of paper that has nothing on it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, you should be writing more. I don't want to.
Yeah, Ray.
But I don't.
When you told me that you don't write because Jeff Blanchard told you he didn't write, I'm like, dude, that obviously doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't, but I've gotten better at it.
Blanchard, what would happen if you wrote?
Who knows? I would look at it and go, I don't have the confidence to do this.
Well, I don't write everything out word for word, but I have notes.
Yeah, I'll like write down like ideas and then flesh it out on stage. Like I'll have like a punchline and then I'll just try and like figure out how to fit it into a set. It's usually what I do.
Yeah, that's usually what I do too.
So I barely write. I don't want to write that much. I'm fucking lazy like that, you know?
Stand-up comedy is your karaoke. It's what you do when you go to bars.
Pretty much at this point in my life, yeah.
It's like your pool, your darts.
Yes. One day
I'm
I'll
good at
get
it, but I got to do something sociable when I'm drinking.
It'll happen.
What? What'd you say?
No, what'd you say?
I said.
No, what did you say?
I said you have to do something sociable when you're drinking, like pool or darts. But it's that. It's that. You do that. You do dick jokes.
Yeah, I barely do those. I have one dick joke that I know of that like I confidently can tell. And besides, I'm sad about
dick
that.
Joke, even though they don't. Jokes is just an expression for nonsense saying. You tell fucking nonsense. This is not always dick jokes, but it is nonsense. We're not over here fucking solving the world's problems. We're not comics like that. Man, can you imagine? Ugh.
What's successful and
no, just like political, especially if you're still bombing and it's just all politics.
Oh,
ew! Stump speech.
I've actually
or your politics a little more than a stump speech.
I've contemplated a few times.
Dude, just go full hard right on it. Do it. Dude, there's a niche for it, man. Fucking Downey will take you on the road with him. You don't even have to be funny.
Oh, Ray, you bombed so gracefully, baby. But no, I've always wanted to just
call yourself the white trash patriot and make it like a whole act.
I hate you because I've actually thought about doing that, but at like some random like open mic where, and actually like where
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
I've wanted to just to throw people off.
Well, and most people would be like, "No, this is what he believes."
I know. Well, that's what I would do is I'd wear like an old man mask too, just to like hide who I am, but have like the trucker hat.
Just screw it. Just do the MAGA hat and do the red, white, do American flag shirt.
And just do a total I've always wanted to do a full-on political set and like talk about my feelings about the old people running this fucking country, how easy it would be to take over with a couple bottles of Geritol and possibly some oxygen masks. Like I've thought about those kind of things to like do on stage, but I'm afraid to, Tim. I'm scared.
Well, if you're bombing anyway, does it really matter? I mean, do it somewhere where no gives a fuck.
It's like Mitch McConnell's become the old turtle from what the fuck was that movie?
Is he dead yet?
Kung Fu Panda. Like, it's just time for him to turn into dust. Huh?
Is he dead yet?
I think damn it, what was his name in Big Trouble in Little China?
No, I mean McConnell. Did McConnell die yet?
No, he had he was put. Did you see the press conference with him?
No, why would I watch anything with him?
Oh my God, no, you missed out on something really eye-opening about about Mitch McConnell, and like even made me think about like even Dianne Feinstein and what's her face, the one that's in San Francisco with the huge cans. Pelosi. It's like all of our fucking politicians right now that have like true power are starting to gain Alzheimer's on both sides of the aisle, and it's frightening to see this shit go on. Like Biden's got it, fucking Pelosi's a little like crazy.
We voted in people who are in well over their 70s, which is kind of crazy. I don't
agree.
I mean, Biden's gonna he's 80 now, right? So yeah, all right, like. All right.
And Trump, I mean, Trump's going to be 80 by the time his
he's
term
close to
ends.
Yeah,
if
he's
he
close
wins.
to 82. Yeah, he's close to 82 as well.
And it's like, how did we elect these fucking psychos over? And even what's his face from New York, Schumer, Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is turned into a Batman. Like he's just like, hello, how are you? Like. It's very creepy to see these old fucks that have been around since the 80s, even the 70s.
The guy that AOC ousted was there forever too. He's one of those guys. He was there forever, and he didn't take her seriously, and she snuck in there and beat him. But we need more of those, man. We need more young people to fucking run for office. Although, who would want to, man? Really? I'd be a badass fucking congressman, though. I think.
I think I'd be a decent
I'll give you 2 years when I'm not running again. I'll do 2 years. I'm not running again, so don't have to spend all my time fundraising because I'm going. 2 years and that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, I would probably do a 1 term. I would do a 1 term.
I'm running on that platform. 2 years and I'm out. But you get all my time because I'm not going to be fundraising the whole time like everybody else.
Yeah, man. And even
I'll make like $80,000 and I'll sit on that for a while.
I'm going Saturday to a state that has a vegetable for a fucking congressman, dude. Like it's so creepy. Like
my grandparents were not happy I was there when he won. They were not happy.
Fuck yeah, I wasn't happy either. I was hoping for somebody at least with a functioning brain.
Yeah, but
like any side of the aisle, just not that fucking guy.
Yeah, but that's just people hate fucking carpetbaggers no matter where you're from, man. Everybody fucking hates them.
Okay, well, fucking don't.
And that guy isn't a carpetbagger. He was a Pennsylvania mayor. He's been there forever. Fucking Oz moved to Pennsylvania to run for office. Nobody gave a fuck. So he lost.
Have you ever seen the video of John Fetterman on the news talking about like calling the cops on a black kid because he thought he was being robbed, and he pulled a gun on him? And this is before the stroke, mind you. This is like before the stroke. The guy, they actually had him on the news, and it was in Pittsburgh. Like it was one of the boroughs of Pittsburgh, and he pulled it. Like this guy's never been the brightest bulb in the fucking drawer. You know what I'm saying? But it happens.
When I first heard of that guy, he was like a mayor of some small town, and then everybody thought that, and then he started getting bigger jobs, and now he's a senator.
I know, you fail up. If you really fuck things up, you fail up.
Maybe. If I live where my brother lives, I'd run for mayor. There's like 100 people in that town. There's a couple hundred. But I think the mayor runs on it because it's like unopposed. She's like the person who will do it. I'm trying to convince my brother to run, but he won't do it. I'm like, fucking let me make this my home address. I'll run. I want to be a mayor. Mostly just want to run a campaign to be a mayor of a town.
Is there a mail office like right by you or right by your brother?
Yeah, they have a post office.
Yeah, get a P.O. box. Just get a P.O. box.
Yeah, but that's not a residence.
Okay, well, move in with your brother for a year.
I could just change my address.
Well, people would investigate, I feel like. She'd be like, he doesn't really live here. I want to keep being mayor.
Well, if she came over on the weekends, I'd be there. I'm sure there on the weekends anyway.
True that. But, no, yeah, and you should. You should just run on the most sexist platform ever. Just go full sexist with it.
You want a broad to run the city? Should we run into a ground? No, because then I'll be the sexist guy forever. I mean, yeah, it would be kind of funny for a minute. But then, like, I had to spend the rest of my life trying to convince people it was a joke.
Yeah. And that would actually be part of the fun, to be honest with you. Oprah approved lost to a retarded lurch. Yeah, we just talked about that. We were talking about how
carpetbagger, man. No one likes a carpetbagger. Fuck carpetbaggers. Carpetbagger is also very fun to say, and you don't get to say it very often.
Yeah,
hey, John. Fucking carpetbaggers. JD Vance, another carpetbagger, but he won.
Yeah, are you saying yeah his elegy was not hillbilly enough for you?
Yes. Well, I mean, he was originally from here, but he was in California. He came back to run for office.
Okay, if he's from here, it's not carpetbagging.
Is he from Ohio?
Yeah, I think he's Ohio, bro.
He's from West Virginia.
I mean that he's part of that like white trash triangle.
It's not carpetbaggy as Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz was full carpetbag.
Yeah, if JD Vance was from an area like that, he could run and do some decent shit, which I don't know if he has. To be honest, I haven't really been following.
Dude, I was terrified when he got voted in.
You just don't like the R.
That's not necessarily true. It's just everybody's so fucking this way or this way anymore. And if they're like, well, I'm kind of trying to be in the middle, they're like, well, I'm not voting for you. Brr.
No, it
How
happens.
it goes.
Yeah, you got to pick a side nowadays, man. It's
Tim
kinda
looks like you.
fucked.
But and the thing is most people aren't that far one way or the other. Most people live in the middle.
Yeah.
The politicians have to act like they're one way or the other, and they have to vote that way every time. It's two-party system always sucked, but it's always even fucking worse. Anyway,
That's why I want a third party. I really do.
well, unless they exist, but no one
takes them seriously, though.
Yeah, no.
That's why if what's his name from Legion of Skanks, Dave
Ralph Nader,
Dave something. Who's the comedian?
Dave Smith.
Yeah, if Dave Smith runs for office, I would vote for Dave Smith. Just as I feel like he would get a lot of the bro comedian vote.
Comedians have worked in other countries. Was this fucking? Listen, they got a badass one. I don't know if he's perfect, but they got a badass over there in Ukraine doing his best. He's a comedian.
Yes.
Of course, the comedians I would want to vote in office aren't probably the ones that I think would run. Like Gaffigan. I want Gaffigan.
No, I don't trust Gaffigan, man. Yeah, I don't know. What does it say? Kim is 99.
It says Tim. It's 100% right. 99% of people are in the middle, but you got about 3 million assholes and extreme edges both sides. Yeah, but it somehow seems the only way you can get voted in office is by pretending or saying you're in one way or the other. There's a great comedian running the Ukraine. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. I want Gaffigan to run for office.
Nah.
Yeah, because I think he probably could do it. There's a lot because you want Burr. Burr would fucking burn the place down in a week.
That's what I would want. I want somebody to go in there and disrupt shit. Like, I want a version of Occupy DC just to be a comedian that turned politician.
He would explode. Although the State of the Union address would be amazing.
Boo! You suck.
He just does an hour by himself, and that's it.
Hey, let me tell you. Over here, we got a guy who saved 5 babies from a burning building. Give it up for him. Now let me tell you all why you suck.
That would be fun.
The State of a Union by a comedian president. I hope there'd be there has to be.
Or just any presidential address. Like they bring in an audience for it. To bring
He's got you can tell
I'm
it's
addressing the country. Give me about 100, 200 people.
You can tell if it's a somber or good speech, whether he takes the microphone out of the stand or leaves it in.
Right. He's sitting or not.
Yeah. Sitting on a stool. Let me tell you
he's doing
about
Conan.
taxes.
Yeah, he's sitting next to the desk instead of behind it.
Yeah.
He's doing a panel show. Yes.
I like that idea. But like the State of the Union has to have 3 things: punchline, at least 2 roasts on the opposite party, regardless of what party it is.
Both parties, man. Both parties. Do it.
No, like 3 like really good specifics, and then like a bunch of roasts on everyone. Like the departments, what do you call those things? That
would be pretty great if all the State of the Unions were also roast. State of the Union address and roast.
With your roast master, President Smith.
I watched about 3 minutes of his special. It's probably all right. I just didn't feel like watching it. What I did watch, though, is that video Mary came out with today. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
The 12 minutes she did in L.A. for Don't Tell.
Ooh.
Fucking fire, dude. It's so good. Dude, she's going to get so many fans from that. But the comment section already is like, whoa, she's so funny. Which is true. She's great.
Yeah.
People are comparing her to Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec. I'm like, oh, all right. I never thought of that, but all right.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
But she, and I think she's...
Tim, don't talk to me about, or don't mention my beehole.
What?
The beehole situation.
What?
That from Parks and Rec when Leslie's like telling, I think it was Ron to like do something.
Of all the lines in that show. 7
Don't mention
seasons
my
worth.
beehole. That's a good one.
My favorite is probably Leslie. I put your symptoms into the thing up here, and it says you may have network connectivity problems.
Yes. Well,
Although there's a lot of good lines. But
have you seen the one people are talking about that didn't make air, which was Chris Pratt?
yeah. Everybody loves a good comeback story. yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure she got cum on her back.
Should have put it in. That had to be such a fun show to work on with all those people. Could you imagine?
For sure.
Man, that's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Is Parks and Rec. I fucking love Parks and Rec.
Yeah, every time I watch it, I'm very, very. I laugh every time I watch it. But I found something out on a local level. I have DirecTV for like my cable, and Fox 8, I guess, is not paying the rate hike to be on DirecTV.
That happens like every couple years.
I know
that happens, like with some network. Yeah,
it's hilarious because it's like, how am I gonna watch Seinfeld 80,000 times a day?
Netflix.
Yeah. TBS, Comedy Central.
I now know that my Netflix comes out of my account on the 30th or 31st of the month. That's how I had $3 on my account yesterday.
Oh, that'll remind you when you have a payment coming up.
Luckily I got paid today, but but I went to the bar before this just to talk to those guys about when to do the next shows. I was hoping to get a November and a December show, but they decided, I guess it's been a little slow. They didn't want to do a November show, so I got the date for December 20th, which is the day that Mary gave me, because she decided she didn't really want to come down after radio because it'd be a pain in the ass, which it would be.
Yeah.
But she said when they're on break on the 20th. So I got that day. So I'm waiting for her to get back to me, but I kind of forgot that I messaged her when she was on the air. So she'll get back to me eventually. She put it in her calendar. I just didn't tell her because I haven't got to talk to them yet. Hopefully she still has it on there. Although now she's probably going to get tons of bookings after that Don't Tell thing comes out. So hopefully she'll still be in town. Although if she has something better, she'll be gone and she'll just tell me that. And that's not a big deal. It's fine. I'll get somebody else. But what are you even talking about, Tim? A comedy show that I book. It's important to me.
Hell yeah. You get people. You draw people in.
No, that one should be really good.
Yeah.
The next one's with Dan Brown on the 5th of October. So the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, like in an attempt to like get rid of payroll, put like a bunch of their veterans on waivers because they're done. So they're like, just who will take these guys because we don't have to pay them for the rest of the year. And they put 3 pitchers on waivers, and the Guardians picked up all 3 of them.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. They pick up 3 pitchers from one team.
Who'd they get?
Lucas Giolito, who was a starter. He used to be with the White Sox earlier this year. Then he's with the Angels. They traded him to the Angels, and then they just put him on waivers because they're not going to win anything. And Matt Moore, who's an old left-handed reliever, and another guy. I forget his name. They definitely need help in the starting rotation because everyone's hurt, and they just got rid of Syndergaard, and Giolito's pitching better than Syndergaard. So,
which is hilarious to me that we got to watch his.
I think his
debut.
But it was It was his first game only game against the Dodgers, but
yeah, and ended up.
I think he had 4 or 5 starts. Yeah, he had 2 decent starts and the rest were terrible.
We'll call that game the spite game because he was just like, "I'll show these motherfuckers." What a good game!
Tim, I saw your joke about the rape rapper wagon. Yeah, I've been doing that forever, longer than
I'm gonna make it happen. It's
I keep doing it, Ray, because it works.
I was about to say because it's funny
every time. So
it's one of my favorite jokes you have, for real.
No, but I've been doing it forever, and it's just like, and it's changed a lot too. But it used to be like a 4-minute bit. Now it's like I can get done like a minute and a half.
Yeah, the boyfriend bear thing, which I realized, by the way, has 5,000 views on Facebook Reels. Like it's probably one of my outside of my gaming clips. I've gotten like 20,000 for that, but like comedy wise, I think that's the most a clip's ever gotten.
It's weird how like now nothing matters under 1 million views. Like,
well,
it might to you personally, but like
if it goes higher than like 500, I get excited. I have low expectations. I don't think anybody wants to actually like look at the shit that I make.
Mary never did send me that video, and whatever. I'm not gonna bother about it. I just hope she doesn't deleted it. I should have been more prepared. I should have unlocked my phone.
God damn it, Tim! Just fucking up on all levels.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we are. I don't know where to go from here, Tim. I don't know.
Oh, that's the show. That's it. Where's Pulse?
At work. He had to work today. I messaged him before the show, and he was like, "Nah, I had to work." So it's just us today, kids.
He didn't say that Tuesday. He said, "See you Thursday."
I know,
which is fine. But is he lying to us? Is he quitting? I'm kidding.
Maybe he's quiet quitting.
Maybe. Don't quiet quit. Loud quit. Like Antonio Brown. That's you want to quit the show. I want you to quit like Antonio Brown would.
Rip your shirt off and hold a sign that says "Bro Plata for life."
Oh, Bro Plata sucks. I'm out, you bitches. Something like that.
Yeah.
Block us out of our own stream and just like fucking say a bunch of racial slurs and take off.
Make sure it's actually live on.
Yeah.
On air.
Anyway, he'll do it, but he'll forget to make it live.
Yeah. Pulse comes on the show to chew gum into the microphone.
That's fine.
Well, yeah.
That's fine.
At least he's doing stuff for us while he's doing it, like bringing stuff up and everything. So, yay. It's been a day, Tim. Like a weird day for me.
You say that every day.
No, this one's like, yesterday was kind of weird too, because like I woke up and by the time I realized it, it was like 3:00 in the afternoon. Like I just lost all track of time yesterday. And
do you ever have a good day? Do you ever like bust out like smiling and laughing and singing a song from a musical like "Good Morning Willow," like anything like that? Like you ever have one of those days?
No, but now that I have that like clip, I'm definitely gonna like play that every morning. I'm gonna find a way to cut that with like some like upbeat opera, some upbeat musical music.
No, dude, just plug it in.
That'll be my alarm every morning.
Plug in and do like a karaoke version of "Good Morning Baltimore."
Oh, it's from that. It's from Hairspray the musical.
Yeah, it's the first
I didn't watch Hairspray the musical. I walked out of the theater on it because I like.
Then you saw "Good Morning Baltimore" though.
Yeah, but I got mad at it.
Soon I know when you got mad at it. Soon as they started mixing the races, you got mad at it. You're like, I'm done. I thought this was gonna be a good nostalgia trip. You're like, you're all getting along.
Even the one with what's her face? Who was in the original one? Vicky something.
I don't know.
She had a talk show forever. Not Vicky Lawrence? Yeah, Vicky Lawrence. Even in the original movie, I didn't want everybody to be dancing together. I got mad at John Waters for having that made, man. I love the original, though. The original is one of my favorite like John Waters films ever.
I would enjoy being in Hairspray and playing the mom.
Oh yeah.
I'd shave my face for that.
I would put extra blue like fucking like Divine used to do in like Female Trouble and what's the other one? What's the other movie?
I don't think I saw the first one. I didn't realize John Waters did it.
Yeah, he played the Flasher in the musical. Where during Good Morning Baltimore when the Flasher with the gray jacket, that's John Waters. But yeah, he directed the original.
I don't think I saw that one.
It's there's a good song.
Yeah, the only one I remember is the one with John Travolta and Amanda Bynes,
Now
and Zac
I
Efron,
don't.
and James Marsden,
Tim,
and whoever played the girl.
Tim, I'm removing you from the stream. You're no longer allowed to be here if you've never seen the classic Vicki Lawrence version of Hairspray. You can't like the musical version without seeing the original. The original is so fucking good. And I'm going to leave Tim's in timeout right now for admitting that he did that. I'm gonna go on a goddamn rant now because Tim decided to really ruin my day. I thought he was cultured. I thought he had class. Instead, he watched the John Travolta Scientology version. You don't do that, all right? What you do is you watch the original with Divine playing two roles, and it's that. God damn it. God damn it, Tim.
Isn't this the pot calling the kettle black? How many movies have you not seen? It's so many. So many.
But,
so many great movies. And one
never...
fucking time you saw something I didn't, and you're like,
Hairspray is a fucking American classic movie. Like, it's...
So are tons of movies you haven't seen.
Bullshit. It's not on the level... Like, here's my top 5 American classic movies. Number 1, anything from what's his face?
Wow, good job, good list,
Cameron
everybody.
Crowe.
Good list.
Cameron Crowe. Anything he
fucking
made.
Singles? Really? Get out of here! Get the fuck out of here! The soundtrack was good. That's it. Get the fuck out of your list is over now.
But like St. Elmo's Fire. Fucking 16 Candles.
That's John Hughes.
John Hughes.
Yeah. See, how ridiculous is he? He gives me shit. And he doesn't fucking know anything. Look at that. This fucking guy. Okay,
I haven't had my drinks in a while. Okay,
this fucking guy.
Okay,
this
John
fucking guy.
Hughes. Anything John Hughes
How
made.
did you get Cameron Crowe from John Hughes?
Because I was probably also thinking of Fast Times Ridgemont High. Because I think that was a Cameron Crowe joint. No.
I don't think so. Dude, Cameron Crowe was later. Like Singles, like 90s.
Who directed Fast Times? That's my number 2 movie,
That might have been
American
Hughes.
classic movie of all time. It's
I don't think that was Hughes either.
Story by Cameron Crowe. It was written by Cameron Crowe.
Well, he wrote the original. He wrote the story.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it says okay.
Yeah.
Amy Hecker, a woman directed that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess.
That's cool. Okay, Cameron Crowe wrote it.
I've seen her in interviews and stuff. She did Clueless. That's right.
Clueless is a great movie.
Clueless is a good movie. Shauna showed me that like within the last couple of years, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's weird to see that Paul Rudd has never aged a day in his life since fucking Clueless. But and then number 3,
Say Anything is Cameron Crowe, and like Almost Famous Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. Better Off Dead. Another great fucking film with the Asian kids in the Chargers talking like what's his name? Howard Cosell.
That's such a funny bit to me. It's so ridiculous, but it's so fucking hilarious. It's such a funny bit. One of those. I don't think you wouldn't be able to do it today. Although I don't think it's racist. No, I know I'm a white guy,
racist,
but it doesn't seem like it is. But you still wouldn't be able to. Just no one will let you do that today. Still, even though I don't think it's offensive. It doesn't. They're not trying to be offensive. If someone finds it offensive, I'd like to know how.
Long Duck Dong would, I think, be the most like horrifying thing out of any character of the 80s.
Oh, there was definitely racist shit in some of those movies, but I'm talking about that one specifically.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a racist
It could have been anyone. It could have been anyone from another country who learned how to speak from Howard Cosell, so they just speak in an accent.
Why do they talk like Howard Cosell? They learned English from Wide World of Sports. We see here the man formerly of the racetrack fame.
That's such a funny bit.
They're the Asian Blues Brothers. But they're not going for a blues review. They're just trying to be Howard Cosell. Like,
Anyway,
oh, so good.
I saw a clip of the Levitard show, and they're like all the producers are younger. Most of them are younger, and and they're making fun of one of the writers I had on there because I had they had him do his favorite comedy movies, and like the average year the movies he said came out was like 79. So they're like, yeah, so they were giving him shit because they're like, did you pick anything from this? I don't know, from anything this millennium? No,
because there really isn't that many good outside of maybe
the first Hangover was great. It just seems like they diluted it by having sequels.
So many.
But that's not really fair to the first one, really. But by itself, it's pretty solid. I love. I mean, same thing with Anchorman. Anchorman's great, and I think people ruin it by quoting it all the time. Same thing with Step Brothers. Those Adam McKay movies, they're great.
Oh hell yeah!
They're hilarious movies.
I just saw actually a.
But I think Superbad might be my favorite comedy I saw in a theater myself.
Yeah, I agree. I took my. I think I was like, what year did that come out? 2008.
Yeah, I think I was just out of high school.
Yeah, I was like 1 year out of high school when I went to go see it, and I took my 12-year-old brother or 13-year-old brother to see it at the time. Like I just was like, you stay next to me. We're gonna go see this movie. I want to watch this movie, and I want you to see it because it looks funny, and we're dying laughing in the theater. Like I remember like actual side splitting happening. Like it was, oh, that movie ruled. It's one of the last great comedies to ever be made.
It's definitely one of my favorite ones. That I remember when I saw a couple years before that, I was in high school and I saw 40-Year-Old Virgin in the theater, and that's like the first time I've saw a movie with that kind of dialogue. Like there really weren't that many with like that kind of dialogue, or at least I haven't at the time. I didn't see it, and I saw that. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't know they say these kind of things in a movie.
At what age did you go to your first movie alone?
I have no idea.
Unchaperoned.
I don't know.
I think I was like, fuck. I had to be like 13, I think.
It was probably something like that, but I don't know.
What did I see? I saw something. It was a comedy, I think. I can't remember. Oh, I know what it was. Stealing Harvard.
I think that's on Hulu right now, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, but it will be ruined by commercials at her place because like she has the package that has ads and stuff. Although you have to suffer through the ads for like part of the movie. It's not a good like the big part of it they don't ruin with ads.
I wouldn't mind some edibles and Still in Harvard.
Oh, that would be so good. I heated up a brick of cheese, John. I need my cheese.
My lady.
You're a swing, Johnny. You're a monkey. You're a monkey pruning, Johnny.
Such a fucking weird movie. But yeah, that's another one of those sneaky movies you remember. Like, oh yeah, that was a fucking funny movie.
And it has a connection to Step Brothers because the judge in the movie that takes the pictures of John.
I don't remember it too much. I mean, I definitely have seen it, but I don't. It's been a long time.
Oh, I've seen them. I actually have it on DVD somewhere in this house. I still have a copy of it. But it's the dad from Step Brothers that's the judge. Like, and I was watching. I actually watched the thing with the dad from Step Brothers. I guess Adam McKay told him just to improvise the dinosaur thing. He was on like the Rich Eisen show talking about it. Where he was like, Adam just said, go over to them and say that you wanted to be a dinosaur when you were a kid. And they like improvised that entire scene apparently, where it was like, that doesn't make sense, Dad. It's
it's funny.
How can you be a dinosaur? Problem is, guys, I lost it. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, this is another one. They keep talking about making a sequel, and I'm like, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
God, no.
I mean, if McKay does it, maybe, but even then, I'm like, God, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. But dude, all those McKay movies are great. The other guys, I watch the other guys again. It's funny. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen the other guys.
no. So what did you do? What do you mean? I thought, I took the belt off my neck and got the fuck out of there. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts, but bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, I saw like ads for it, and look, he's flying. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that part. In like gaming videos.
Also, my favorite. It's Rob Riggle and was the Marlon Wayans Jr. I think. They're talking to like they're cops, and they're talking to like first or second grade class. Like, all right, we're gonna give you a couple of tips to not get arrested. Marlon Wayne's like, okay, number 1, try your hardest not to be black or Hispanic. Riggle's like, it's a good tip. That's a good tip. Yeah, it's a funny movie too.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one. I've seen
Michael Keaton like just throwing in like TLC references. Like, you just quote TLC. I don't know what you're talking about. What's TLC? I don't know. Guys, I want no scrubs on this one. What are you? You definitely did it on purpose that time. I don't know what you're talking about. Got a creep. Don't go chase a waterfall. Like, yeah, like they did it a bunch. He's like, you're quoting TLC right now. I don't know what you're talking about, and he does it like 4 or 5 times. Anyway, yeah, no, those McKay movies are hilarious.
For sure. A lot of them are fucking just classics. What was the
And McKay was a producer on the Bishop Sycamore movie.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that?
Not yet.
What a dude! You might love this guy.
I know you talked about it like I think it was last week.
Were you on? I think it was with Pulse.
No, I was here. I was listening to the whole. You were telling us about it. But no, yeah, that to me is still a hilarious story. It's like that's like 16-year-olds playing 12-year-olds in hockey.
Well, no, because they were bad.
Oh yeah,
and what I didn't realize until yesterday, because I stumbled upon it, is this whole thing broke open when they played IMG Academy on ESPN. They played IMG Academy the year before too, and it went exactly the same way. But anyway, dude, you watch it and you're just like, this guy, dude, stay fuck away from that guy. Do not get involved with that guy anyway. If you hear that guy's name, run. It's like one of those guys. Well, it's common. I think it's like Roy Johnson. But
Roy
it's just
Johnson.
one of those guys, and you're like, this guy's sociopath, dude. Like, you don't fucking mess with it. He reminded me a lot is the guy from the fucking Tinder Swindler documentary. Like, I mean, that guy's probably worse, but it just seemed they both. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, I feel bad for the kids, really. And he didn't get in trouble for a lot of it legally because it's stuff that there wasn't a law against it because no one thought anyone would do it.
Well, I mean, also
no one thought anyone would make a fake high school.
The teams, like you said, the teams knew.
Yeah, I know. They did.
I mean,
I don't know if they knew they weren't going to class, but they definitely knew they had older kids on the team because there's an article that I read from Maslin. Maslin was talking about it. The coach was talking about it. So yeah, they had some postgraduates or whatever, but they didn't care because they just needed somebody to play to fill their schedule, and they'd play anybody. So
yeah. So I mean, if everybody's in on it, is it really that bad?
Well, what was the worst is how the kids are treated, and like you hear about in the documentary. That was the worst. It wasn't really the fraud, that kind of fraud. It was the fraud against the children and their families and all that shit, promising them one thing and then nothing happens, and like they have a hard time feeding them right in their hat. They had him he was trying to get kids to get PPP loans in their name. And some of them were finding out in the documentary they have PPP loans in their name that they never heard about.
What?
Yeah.
That's
fucked up. This guy, man. This guy.
That's fucked up, dude. That's definite fraud.
I think he's getting sued by his about 30 different open lawsuits right now.
Ooh.
Most from places that he didn't pay. Because he did that a lot. Every time we had him stay somewhere, he just didn't pay.
Fucking douchebag.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have any money, but it's just, it's whack. And
I can imagine. I can definitely imagine.
I mean, there are prep schools that do other schooling online and have athletic teams.
Mm-hmm.
They exist, and that's okay. That's fine. There's nothing illegal about that. But they weren't even going to school. He tried, but it didn't work.
Boys, here's your learning trailer. It will be towed behind the semi to each game, but you will have a learning trailer.
Some of the kids went there to get the grades up so they can, get looked at colleges, and then they get there and they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And and on top of all of it, the guy was a shit coach. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing coaching either.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know. As if it was bad enough.
Imagine though, like the ones that do have like really good, like if he was a great coach, I don't think anybody would have cared.
Dude, they'd still be doing it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, unless they were winning state championships, no one would care. Not really. And no one cared till they did it on ESPN. He did it for 3 seasons before that, and under a different name too. Christians of Faith Academy, I believe.
Friends, that was like one of those friend schools or whatever.
Well, the church wanted to make a school called Christians of Faith, and they wanted him to help. And he's like, I'll do it if we have an athletic program. And he ended up just running just the athletic program and nothing else. And the school part never happened. And the church had to be like, dude, we have nothing to do with this now. So we had to change the name to Bishop Sycamore. Never talked about where that came from.
It's probably the guy that touched him as a child.
But yeah, it wasn't religious at all either at that point. I don't think it wasn't anything. And the craziest, they talk about how before they played IMG Academy on a Sunday, they had a game in Pittsburgh on a Friday, that's another one of those things. There's no rule against it because no one in their right mind would schedule a football game 2 days before another football game, especially when you only have 30 kids on the team. Well, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, trying to make him into the Globetrotters of high school football, it sounds like. He had a great business plan. It's just people had to fuck him over and go to the police and the newspapers. Piece of shit. All of them ruining a man's dream to coach a shitty football team.
Mm-hmm.
See, I tried to save it, Tim, and
listen, you probably like it. It'd probably be a nice playbook on how to be how to commit fraud. If you ever want to go full asshole.
That's the thing. People take football way too seriously, and I know that I could never con football people because they look deep into shit.
Well, they did for a long time, man. And there was a guy who investigates for OSA, and he figured it out for a while, but they just didn't care.
Yeah.
So they didn't care until they made the state of Ohio football look bad. Yeah, because we take our football seriously here. So basically, the worst possible team you could have to play one of the biggest prep schools in the country, and we look like, Ohio high school football looked like shit because of that. But a lot of those kids weren't from Ohio, so that's what they were. Oh, they're not a real school. However, they did have a series with Ohio State champions and state champions from other states in the Hall of Fame. They just did, I don't know. I think every state champion played somebody from out of state, and they won most of those games. Ohio teams did. Yeah. We don't fuck around with our football here. You know that.
Yeah, it's basically the Texas of the North.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, I said it, I saw big time high school football in Texas, and it felt exactly the same as high school football here. It didn't feel any different. Except there might have been bigger schools, but that's just because. If I went to a bigger school in Ohio, it would have been like that, like McKinley or Massillon. But I'm going to the game tomorrow, the new Philly game, I think, because I told you that because my niece is cheerleading.
Yes.
Or else I wouldn't. Really
well, You shouldn't. That's I was once high school ended, I severed that tie.
Dude, you know how many fucking people
myself.
go? Dude, people get fucking into it here, man.
I know, and same thing in Menor.
I don't mind.
Into it.
You know, if I'm not doing anything, I don't mind watching it. I have something to watch, something to do. Although when it's on like streaming on something on TV or whatever, I'm watching that. I'd much rather just do that than go. But no, I'll go tomorrow.
Well, I mean,
and maybe I'll stay if they're winning.
Yeah, I could care less about my like high school football and all that. Like I just
You sound very American to me. Communist.
No, because I played a Canadian sport that was
communist.
Well, socialist actually. So a little bit more socialist up there. But
you specifically communist.
Nope. No, I don't believe in centralization, sir.
Why not, man?
Because
everything should be for everybody. No private land. Everyone can do whatever they want on everything.
All right, now we're starting to get into Yellowstone, and I'm gonna have to tell you to get off my land. All right.
No, that's everyone's land.
Nope.
This land is your land. This land is my land. Did you not hear that song?
Nope. I do not. That is a propaganda song.
It's American classic.
Propaganda.
This land was made for you and me, as long as you're white. That's how it goes, right?
Yes. Fully.
I'm kidding. It's for everybody.
Fully disagree with whatever Tim has just said there. He will be. It looks like I'm going to have to save the show. I'm going to have to take Tim off and apologize for his actions. He will be on suspension until Tuesday because we cannot have this kind of language on our show. It's very white supremacist, and we are not that on this show, barring my haircut. We do apologize, and I'm gonna bring Tim on for his last words on the show.
You said worse things seriously, which is worse. You said worse things than that being serious, so I don't want to hear it. What I said was clearly a joke.
Nope, we can't have it, Tim. It's been wonderful being with you on Bro Plata.
You're trying to get Pulse's studio to be separate but equal. That's what you.
Hey, just because I want him to be at a separate refrigerator at all times doesn't mean anything.
I mean, we do have it. It's because we put the better stuff in for Pulse. We take the budget cuts, right? So we have to eat the ramen. We don't make Pulse eat ramen in the studio. If we were all together, he get his own fridge full of the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And you and I would get the shitty fridge because we're trying to save some money. But we don't want Pulse to have to eat garbage. He gets a separate fridge with different stuff.
Separate studio where he can have a board.
Yeah, that too. And yes, his drinking fountain has his own drinking fountain, but his is filtered. Ours is like swamp water because we're cutting costs. But we don't want to have
brown. Look at it.
We're cutting costs, but we're cutting costs for us because we don't want to do that to Pulse. All right. It's not equal.
We bought him 4 gold Biggie records to put in his studio for Flash.
Okay.
The soundproofing.
It was fine until you did that.
Is falling off in our studio. Look at this. I mean, this is rags. Literal rag. Oh my God. What was I gonna say? I saw something. Ooh, I sent myself a video that I wanted to discuss.
Also, you need to calm down on the logo and the shorts thing, man. Calm down. We paid for it. We fucking paid money for it. Or about to. Or going to soon. When I see him next. But, you could put your face on it. It doesn't matter. We did not earn anything.
No, but earned. I think
it's neat too, but you need to take a couple steps back, take a breath, take a couple breaths.
No, because
Like
this
me.
is how you get the attention of said promotion to start doing things with said promotion. That's what I
Dude,
really want to do.
That promotion has their own podcast, Ray.
I know, but you work together. Synergy.
I bet those guys
Tim.
watched. I want they watched our Andrew Law. Hey, we got some pretty good numbers on the Andrew Law video. The thing about that is, like, I'm pretty sure that no, Casey, my energy is ADD. What that is, ADHD, hard H. We put the interview up. The number of views is probably the number of actual watches we got on at least some of it. I don't know if that's necessarily always true for the live stream, but for that, I think it is. And I think we're at like 61 or something like that. So I'd say we probably got at least 50 legitimate views on that.
Fuck yeah, man. Like, that's the thing is, like, our numbers stay steady pretty much where I was hoping when we first started this we would get if we went live stream. Like, if we get people just to watch the videos, which we do every single time we're on.
Yeah, Pulse is playing video games. That makes sense.
Pulse is playing video games?
Yeah, not Pulse, Moss.
Oh, yeah, Moss streams on Thursdays, but we do appreciate the people that even watch this after the fact. Like, our numbers do go up a lot, and people will watch. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, like, it's awesome to see that, and we really do appreciate every single one of you that do that. You're the reason we do this. I mean, we
how hard it is. Casey, ask Adderall? No, not anymore. Haven't been on Adderall any of the time I've done this show. I stopped Adderall a few months before we started. So
you should look into getting into like Concerta. Maybe there's like a generic version.
I need a new doctor. I need a new brain doctor, psych doctor.
Go to the one in Berlin, bro.
Going to fucking Berlin for medicine?
Why not?
Why would I go to deep Amish country for medicine?
Because it's handmade.
No,
it's handcrafted by the Amish themselves.
Me and they make their own meth.
That's what I'm saying.
Mary and I bonded over ADHD stuff because she has Adderall, but she hates it, as I always hated it. The best is Strattera. She said the same thing. She's like, yeah, but I can't afford it because I'm like, yeah, but she's like, yeah, I know. Same thing I was about to say. She stopped me and she's like, yeah, the patent's supposed to run out. I'm like, when's it going to run out? She's like, I keep pushing it. I'm like, fuck. So we're still on it because that's not Strattera. Sorry, Vyvanse. Vyvanse is the best one. Strattera is the one that's not a controlled. That's like the one they'll probably give me at the doctor if I ask for it, which I might as well try it.
Yeah.
I don't think it will work, but I don't think it will hurt.
Watch, it makes you clean up everything. Like, you're just like, you start like waxing or like not waxing the floors, but like mopping the floors on a daily basis. And you're just so focused.
Vyvanse is like super Adderall. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's so much better. I mean, the way you're saying super Adderall is like you're saying if it's like a strong Adderall. It's not like Adderall at all. I mean, it is only in the way that it's a controlled and it's a stimulant, but it's a completely different and it's so much better of a drug.
Yeah,
you just take it once a day and you're all good for the whole day. You're normal. Adderall like wears off fast and it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I had to take it. I think I had to take Adderall like 3 times a day when I was a kid.
I take two, but like if I was up for a while, if I was doing something, I'd take a third one and then I'd run out at the end of the month. So that was.
Yeah, that probably explains my anxiety. Or or not my anxiety, my, what's the word? Insomnia. As a child, I had a severe insomnia, and then once I took an Adderall, I was like, I'm ready to fucking go. Let's go. I want stuff. I want
sleep
things.
is for pussies.
Yeah. I'm gonna play GTA San Andreas and beat it all in 3 hours.
I'm gonna do everything I could possibly do in this room except my homework. That was me usually. Still wouldn't do it.
Well, Tim, the thing with me, and I said this actually at the show I did in Kirtland recently, was I went to Menor, or I graduated from Menor, and then I would get like Mr. Fancy. And I'm like, no, that's an indictment on the Menor school districts. I got pushed through. So I had like homework that I could do.
With that many kids in the class, they probably push a lot of you through.
No, I was an IEP and LD student. So like I was in the class that you saw like 5 kids and they're doing like 6th grade multiplication.
And there's like one chick and the whole class is banging her. Like that's.
Yeah, like the hoes would be in the fucking class. The like really white trash girls with like the Oreo blonde and black fucking shit. All that.
Everybody, I think, assumes, and this might be true some places, but that like the kids that get the laid the most in high school are the star athletes, and yeah, maybe, but the band kids are fucking constantly like. For my band friends, it's like everybody. It's bad.
Yeah, the band girls were always the ones that were a lot more touchy feely, and I like it was. I had a couple
when I was 6 on the bus.
Yeah, I never hung out with any band kids outside of like football games when I'd go to those.
Well, I was a choir. I wasn't in band, but I was in choir, so a lot of my friends were also band. Like Alan. Alan was a band kid.
I was a hockey player and I ran track. So, that one time at clam camp, that's what the guys called it. It was clam camp.
But yeah, no, I've heard a bunch of stories about shit there too.
When I played hockey. The one time
they were also the worst hazers too. I heard more hazing stories about the band kids than I did the football team. Yeah,
I think like the worst hazing story I ever heard was actually for the track team at my high school, which was a bunch of kids got thrown into a chicken coop. One tried to climb a telephone not a telephone pole, but a flagpole to get away. Slid down and like it wasn't the asshole, it wasn't the dick. It was the gooch that caught that thing they would tie the rope on. I hear that story every fucking year. Every single goddamn year, that story would be there, and it didn't get any better every year. Like, it's still like, yeah, it happened. Clan camp. Come on down to clan camp.
There's some schools down here that might have one of those.
Probably.
But I drove by the stadium yesterday. They were doing a band show yesterday.
Really?
Multiple bands were there, and yeah, I rolled my window down and I could hear them playing, but I couldn't tell what they were playing. Which I mean, it depends. I don't know. Sometimes if it was a rock song or something that I knew, I might be able to pick it out. But
hockey, to be honest, like looking back on it. Hockey was kind of either you were a rich kid or you were like a violent, troubled kid who just like you were on the Adderall while you're on the ice. Like I had teammates who just played balls deep stoned their like entire fucking game. They would like pop edibles and shit. It was a fun locker room to be in. But like yeah, it was 2 classes. You had middle class and then the fucking sport kids that had the coke. That was pretty much the only 2 that we had.
I told you this story before. This is such a funny thing. I would just love to put this in a movie or short or something, but it's just one of my first days playing tennis, this kid came, he's a senior, and we have a new coach or whatever, and like he pulls up in his truck to practice, and he goes to the vocational school, but through Philly. So he's plays Philly sports, but he goes to the vocation. Like my brother went there too. The last 2 years, junior, senior year, he went to the Buckeye Career Center, but he went to Philly through anyway. So he has a diploma from both. Anyway, but so he comes and he's got like work boots on and like I don't know what class he was in, but he gets in that right. He takes that off and he's like dirty, right? He puts his tennis shoes on. He gets on the court. He had a big serve too. He was good. He's one of our better players. He's about to serve. He hits the ball 3 times and goes, spits his dip on the court. My coach looked. He didn't know what to do. I don't think he's ever seen that before. He's never seen someone spit dip on the court. So he was like mad, but also he had no idea what to say. He was shocked. He didn't. It took him a second to even react to it. He's like, you can't do that, man. It was like the funniest thing. I'm like,
we had
that's
kids.
like that's the kind of tennis I like right there, man. People think
Hockey.
tennis is a rich kid sport. Watch that, dude. Tennis
Yeah, I
is
was
for
gonna say
everybody.
hockey was that. We had our coaches would fucking dip like before every fucking game.
Well, hockey seems like a rich kid sport because it's not cheap to play it, right? It's expensive.
Yeah.
You need a nice time. All the equipment's expensive.
You
Right.
find ways though to
I know, I'm sure you can, but I'm just saying that's why
there's a
same thing
used
with-
market.
Same thing with lacrosse, right? That's why a lot of that's a rich kid sport. But
Yeah.
people thinking tennis is a rich kid sport is always weird because that's not. I mean, there's probably courts in about every town, and it's not expensive. You can get a $20 racket. That's okay. You know,
Yeah.
Like, it's not an expensive sport to play, really. I mean, maybe to get lessons and shit, but not if you just want to play it. So that was always I kind of thought it was a weird, and that's kind of what I thought when I first played it. And that was like one of my first days of practice. I get there and I see that, and I'm like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. This is
You know what
it
we
was a
should
little
do?
more my speed than I thought it was.
Just for fun, do you have rackets?
Mhm.
We should go to
I have at least
like
one.
next time we're in Philly
I
together.
haven't played forever.
I guarantee you still have a better serve than I do.
I haven't played probably, but I haven't played in a long time.
Because I do like the side old man thing and it still sucks.
Boo.
Yeah, I have no wrist strength. Like I've lost a lot of like hand and wrist strength over the years. So used to have really strong wrists. Now
I
it's
did.
like
That's what I should do for exercise. I say that like every summer to my brother. We need to start playing tennis. Also, but we have pickleball courts now in town. They build it next to the tennis courts. But I don't want to get involved in that cult. You know, it's fucking tennis like a real man. I'm not gonna fucking play pickleball like an old man.
yeah, don't get into pickleball. It's annoying. Like there's
Because
times
there's
I'll-
perfectly good tennis courts right next to it. Just play that.
well, the thing too with like
Especially
pickleball.
if you're old, maybe you can't move well. That's different. But if you can, fucking play tennis
Oh my god, dude! Like I
or
try
ping
and-
pong. Pick one or the other. One extreme or the other. It's like you can either be for tennis or for ping pong. Can't be in the middle. All right, you got to be one or the other.
So I take
Two game system in this country. All right.
I have I take a lot of naps in like public parks if I have like some downtime. So and like no paperwork to fill out or anything like that. And I got to admit to you, it does ruin someone's nap time. It really like the sound of pickleball is annoying.
Yeah, it's like all plastic on plastic. It's
Yeah, it's just like god damn it.
No, tennis has a cool sound.
Did you see
US Open's happening right now.
I was about to say, did you see the Chinese player freak out or whatever and like retire from a game?
Was it the one they couldn't find? Did you ever find that one?
No, not that I'm aware of. It was some kind. Or no, this must have been a while ago then, because like they rubbed her mark out or something like that. It was like
I
on
don't
a
know.
dirt court. Yeah, it must have been a while ago.
Oh, clay. That might have been French Open or any. That spring is like clay court season,
Oh, okay.
so it was probably in the spring if it was clay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although they do every once in a while have they'll have a clay tournament somewhere else, but usually clay's in the spring.
I used to love tennis video games. That was like the only way I could play.
Topspin, yeah, Topspin was fun.
Not even topspin, like any kind of tennis game that was decent. Like if the mechanics sucked on it, I was like, I'm really not into this. But there's some games like I think it was like World Tennis Tour or something like that. You could play with all the like character or the like big ones and stuff, like big names of tennis. But like after that. It was fun. It had mini games and stuff. I like
the best tennis video game is Wii Tennis.
I was gonna say
Everyone
Mario
knows that.
Tennis, bro.
Wii Tennis,
Mario
bro.
Tennis is the best.
Wii Tennis.
Yeah, but you can do that on the Switch with Mario Tennis, bro.
Wii was the OG. Get out of here.
No, Mario Tennis was the OG.
Not a Switch though. Okay, Wii Tennis was the first
it was
game
on the
where you can do
Virtual
this.
Boy.
Yeah, not you can do this.
No, well, no,
Okay, so until that.
but
Wii Tennis.
it wasn't the first.
Your character had no arms, just hands that floated in front of their body.
The Mii's.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Wii, in my opinion, the Wii was one of those systems that was almost like an anomaly. because it was like the first one with that air control to it.
Mm-hmm.
I vote Wii Tennis. Johnny, you know
See,
what?
he knows what's up.
But no, yeah, the like the whole motion controls and everything that it was
a fun novelty for a minute, and then you just go, oh yeah, but the Xbox and PlayStation are still better systems. like this is fun to be different for a minute, but if that's the only system you have, it kind of sucks.
Like this one's good for like Netflix. You know, like the Wii's good for Netflix. That's about it. After you realize compared to like even the Xbox 360.
Once you play the Wii Sports games a few times, you're like, okay, that was fun. Now let's play PlayStation.
Yes. So. Yeah. Oh man, dude, I will say this.
That was about the time that Guitar Hero was big too, right? Wii times.
Early Wii.
Yeah, when Wii came out is when Guitar Hero was big.
Because I think even the GameCube was still out when Guitar Hero was being, because it was like PlayStation 2, and then they tried PlayStation 3, and that's when people kind of lost interest in like Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
It's crazy how it was just so huge and then just went away, like Beanie Babies.
I bought Guitar Hero 3 because I wanted like the Les Paul, or not the Les Paul, the I can't remember what the thing was. I knew all the brands because I love music. Like I love music.
Dragon Force has a career because of that game.
Yes, that they do. I found out who Dragon Force was because of fucking Guitar Hero.
I would have guessed the majority of their fans did. I mean, not everyone, obviously, but probably.
So funny. That game, and even at PS3, it was Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah, like that's when like online shooters really came into their own. Really, was around that time because that's when the internet connectivity was so good on those systems, and even on the Wii to a certain extent, like their online play and certain things was pretty decent.
I couldn't play online until like 2013 or something like that. So I couldn't play online where I lived.
Oh yeah, I was playing.
There wasn't a lot online then anyway. It wasn't like.
Oh, it was about Halo, bro. It was about Halo in the 360 days. Like it was.
Yeah, but Halo. I mean, we'd have like parties with Halo. You know, you'd have two systems going, different TVs.
Well, I mean,
I was never good at it.
I'm talking about like Halo 3 when you started seeing like tricks being pulled off. And like trick kills with hammers and fucking like launching, like Fortnite has nothing compared to the old Xbox 3, like the 360 and PlayStation. I think 3 days, especially Xbox Live. When Xbox Live happened, for me that was like a mind blowing thing because you only heard about a little bit of it on the Dreamcast, and then it's sort of the industry didn't follow that. And then, boom, we got all this shit.
Dreamcast.
And even PlayStation 2 and Xbox had, like, rudimentary, shitty, like, online. And then 360, it was all Wi-Fi. Like, that was the thing with the Xbox 360s. You could do Wi-Fi on it.
I didn't even think about doing anything online until, like I said, like 2013.
As soon as I heard you could do that, I wanted to buy, like, a modem, plug it in, do all that shit, and like go online and shit, man.
We never had the internet for it, so we didn't even think about it.
We had dial up for a hot minute, and I wish I would have.
Imagine playing online with dial up.
Oh god.
You can play any 7-bit games.
It's playing SOCOM, and it's just like.
You couldn't play Pong online with dial-up.
No. It's like, you want to just play Minesweeper? Here you go. Online chess?
Yeah, you can do chess, but it took forever.
I know. I was a checkers guy. I was never a chess guy.
That is very not surprising.
But what was the other? But yeah, like the video games that once I started playing Xbox and fucking or like the Xbox 360 online, because I actually paid. At one point, I had a job where I could like afford to put money in the bank when Xbox Live became a thing, and I got a gamer tag, all that shit. And I was decent at Halo 3. Like that was the game I'd play online and just be like, dude, I'm playing somebody from like Swaziland. This is fucking awesome, you know? Love that shit. I do it now. Like that's all I do is play online games.
I don't play Halo too much. The one thing I did like about it compared to games now is like games now are all too busy. Like Halo would be like, there's 3 of you and you're in a giant field. Go.
Well, Halo even
there's a couple bases, but there's not much to them.
Halo fell into that bug big time with Halo Infinite. Like they were offering an open world, all this shit. Mm-hmm. You can like drop kick motherfuckers now in Halo. Like it was too much, dude. That's why I like Fortnite and fucking GTA. They're basic.
Dude, listen, no.
What?
No, the OG first-person shooter was GoldenEye on 64. That was what the motherfuckers played. That's what the badass motherfuckers played.
No, I'm gonna fight you on that. To be honest with you, the OGs at the time were playing like Counter-Strike.
Oh no, the nerds play Counter-Strike. All right, not the cool kids. The nerds.
What?
The
what?
nerds. No, the band kids play Counter. Dude, yeah. Dude, my nerdiest friends play Counter-Strike. I mean, you're the fucking nerds. Get out of here.
No, yeah. Counter-Strike better than GoldenEye.
Nerd.
Yeah. Okay.
But not a cool nerd. Not a cool nerd. Not like a today nerd. Like an old school fucking wedgie nerd.
No.
Yeah, nerd.
The PC setups were badass at better.
You know who also didn't think they were nerds? Those nerds.
Yeah, because we're awesome. We actually have real weapons, brah.
Yes.
We're playing off the Half-Life engine, brah.
There's no handsome gentleman in fucking Counter-Strike like fucking Pierce Brosnan. You don't fucking have that in that game.
No, but you could mod in Gordon Freeman. I mean, you could definitely put his face on your character.
Or they have Gordon Lightfoot.
Well, what year are we talking? Are we talking like sundown era? Because that curl that he had on his head on that album cover was pretty fucking fire. All right, so don't you besmirch Gordon Lightfoot.
I said I'd rather have him. I said I'd rather have Gordon Lightfoot. I'm not.
Or don't compare. No, don't compare Pierce Brosnan.
Handsome gentleman. Do you see what he looks like?
He wishes he could be Gordon
at like
Lightfoot.
70, he's a gorgeous man. You kidding me?
He died recently, didn't he?
Gordon Lightfoot? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot died relatively recently, I think.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it.
Did we name an episode after it? It should have been Sundown or the wreck of the Bro Fitzgerald.
Knockout by a Gordon Rightfoot. Fucking stupid.
Oh, so stupid. You're so stupid.
Yeah, that's funny.
But Guy Lord. Yes, we are. We're a couple of Guy Lords.
Hey, hopefully Rose wins by kick knockout on Saturday, so we can call the show "Kick by Rose."
I'm kind of hesitant right now to just already like Photoshop seal with that.
No, listen, you jumped the gun on one before and you completely ruined it. So
which
don't
one
jump in the gun. The Kai Kara France one. You jumped the gun, and I'm like, it would have. I mean, I liked it, but it would have been better if you jumped the gun.
I have a feeling Rose is gonna lose bad and cries.
I think she might cry if she lost bad.
Possibly,
but that's fine.
I mean, she's been winning again, hasn't she? If I recall,
her last fight was against Esparza. She hasn't fought since that terrible fight, the worst fight we ever saw. I blame Pat Barry, man. That's Pat Barry's fault.
Yeah, wasn't that the one where he was just completely
didn't do it? She didn't do anything.
Yeah, and he
And
was like encouraging her, and,
encouraging that,
yeah.
not doing anything because they thought she won easy, and she didn't win at all.
No,
Get out of here.
yeah, I don't know.
And she lost to someone she should not have lost to.
True.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Whatever. But yeah, this is her first fight since then. She's fighting Farrell, who's very good and very hot and very French.
Yeah, I hope she wins just because, you know, if it wasn't for us, those Frenchies would be, you know, speaking German right now, and we'd
be speaking English. Paying a lot for tea, I think, is what I.
Pretty much. I'm aware, but we saved them.
We'd be spelling color wrong.
We paid them back.
We'd be saying aluminum wrong, all right, if it wasn't for them.
True.
That's not going to make any sense. Aluminium? There's like the syllable to letter ratio is off there.
Dude, there is so many British sayings that are English, like British English sayings where you're like calling a sweater a jumper. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, it's a sweater. You sweat in it. But it keeps you warm. It keeps everything, but you sweat in it. That's why it's a sweater. Okay?
Yeah, they have a lot of weird words for shit. They call them they don't say cell phone. So
yeah,
mobile.
But no. Weird shit, man. Weird shit. My
flat. What the fuck is a flat? Call it an apartment like a normal person.
Well, I mean, it's a flat floor, so.
Is it though? Not the ones I've been in.
Well, you need better landlords, son. That's what you need.
And we'll fix that shit.
Ooh. Oh God. Sorry, I inhaled and exhaled at the same time. Oh my God.
Most of the show is just putting poison in our bodies.
What? My fucking nose.
Well, that's what you get. Maybe try being a better person. Just eat apples on the show. Eat fruit.
Well, this is sugar-free Mountain Dew, so I'm taking a step in the okay direction.
Yeah, but you just fucking did something else.
Yeah, but that's healthy. That's healthy.
Okay, nerd.
It's medicine, man.
Sure it is.
It comes from the earth.
Sure it is. Do you buy it legally? Not medicine.
Depends on what state I'm in, homie.
Not medicine. Yeah, this one. You know, what state are you in? This one. The one that you're in now, Ohio. The one you live in.
It's decriminalized in the state of Ohio.
Still illegal.
But, well, I get a ticket for having it.
Yeah, but you said it's medicine. It's not medicine.
It is medicine.
Because it can't be medicine if it's illegal.
It's medicine.
Also, that's like me saying my alcohol's medicine, which isn't medicine. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, they used to use alcohol as medicine back in the day.
They used to do a lot of things. They used to use cigarettes as medicine, all right? It's just not... We learn new things.
I was going to say, especially during amputations.
It's still... You should still do it that way.
No.
They should do it during vasectomies. Like, here you go.
I think it's chloroform.
So you're not going to numb it in any other way? You're just going to get me drunk? No. We just think you should have a drink because we're cutting your balls, man. You just deserve it.
I saw a clip of Two Bears, One Cave where Tom Segura got Bert Kreischer a thing of chloroform to like help him fall asleep. Or at least that's what Bert was going to use it for. It was just like, good night. Oh, it's funny.
Bert's on fucking testosterone, dude. He fucking shoots gear now.
Does he? Oh no!
Fucking old rich dudes. Fucking old rich dudes doing fucking testosterone shots, dude, every day.
I need to go. I want to get my test checked. See if I need it or not.
I'm pretty sure mine's in the negative.
Yeah, you definitely have some issues. I guarantee you got on those testosterone pellets that they put in your ass. This would be a totally different show.
Testosterone enemas?
Well, no. What they do is they make a slit in your ass cheek and put pellets up there that dissolve. Yeah.
Pass.
That's one way to do it. The other one,
How
The other
about
one
just
is the old
orals?
school. You can call it the Bob Sap. Just right in the ass cheek.
I'd much rather do that.
It's like
That's
two. I think Kumia goes like twice a month, maybe once a month, something like that. Anthony Cumia does.
Bert says he shoots every other day.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Got it from a doctor, apparently.
Well, yeah, or is it weekly? I can't remember what Anthony does, but he does something where he has test shots.
I know. A new podcast next week. You both pop roids in your butthole. Listen,
If you supply them,
I say someone else gave it to us. We're like, fuck it, we're doing steroids now. Fuck it.
it's like we're doing tests for a day. All right.
Although I have to know where it comes from, man. I don't want to be like,
yeah.
hey man, guys, like, hey, I use it, so it's all right. I'm like, where's it from? He's like, well, I got a guy. I'm like, no. I want to fucking no.
I know, Johnny. It's legal in New York State. All right. Johnny's like, do it. Dude,
I wish I was watching that Bauco documentary and like he was talking about the clear. They still don't know exactly what it is, but guys were taking it and they, I'm like, dude, I'll fucking do it. You put drops on your tongue, give me some of the clear, bro. But they never marketed it because again, no one actually knows what it is.
Yeah.
All they know is that they couldn't test for it, and it made your testosterone go fucking nuts. So it may have been testosterone, but you can test for testosterone. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I never figured out what it was. Well, the guy who made it knows what it was, but I don't think he's ever said.
I like John 209's comment too. Let's get some HGH off the streets. The fentanyl will be a plus, right?
Mm.
At least you'll get high while you're on test. I think that's okay.
I watched Painkiller on Netflix.
Is that is that the movie about the family or whatever?
Sacklers and it's the same thing as that show Dope Sick. It came out last year on Hulu. It's the same thing, basically. But Peter Berg did this one. It's basically the same thing, but Dope Sick was better.
Was it?
Yeah, I think by a lot. I mean, this didn't suck, but Dope Sick was much better. You watch it, you're like, this is why would they? I mean, I guess things like that have happened before, right? People make movies back to back that are basically the same movie, but this is like, they have like Matthew Broderick played Richard Sackler in this one. And the first one, it was a guy who was in A Serious Man. He's been in Komodo Brothers movie. I can't remember his name. He's a great actor. I can't think of his name.
They're doing they did a movie about it, didn't they, or something like that?
What? Well, they did Dope Sick and Painkiller.
Oh, okay.
Dope Sick was last year. Michael Keaton was in that, and then that was great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then this one came out. It's the same thing. But Peter Berg did it. I'm like, what? But you watch, you're like, this isn't even necessary. I mean, it's all right if you don't watch Dope Sick. If you don't have Hulu, it's not bad. But if you've seen Dope Sick, you're like, this is like Dope Sick, but not as good. The guy who played John Carter's in it.
Ooh,
he's actually pretty good in it though.
I was watching something about the fucking OxyContin people, like
Sacklers.
I think it was Rogan. Well, yeah, just how they sold it and everything.
It's so fucked up. Everything about it's fucked up. Well, he just had Berg on talking about it.
Oh, okay. That might have been what it was, but still, dude, like, and oxys make me itch. I think I'm allergic to them.
They make you itch if you don't have severe pain.
Yeah.
All opioids are like that. If you're not in a super amount of pain, a lot of times you will itch, or sometimes it'll make you itch anyway. But yeah, they will make you itch.
Like Vicodin was my the best thing I'd ever had in my life. Like I always like when doctors started when I would get prescribed those. You bet your fucking ass, Tim. I took every pill and had a smile on my face with how high I was. Like it was the best shit ever.
John, I'm happy you got off opioids, man. I know it's not easy. My grandfather, he weaned himself off OxyContin, which is like,
that's got to be fucking crazy, dude.
Which that's it. Like his doctor tells people about him, like he did it himself. This this like he was. I mean, he was on it for years, and did it for. It's crazy, because like people don't do that. That's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know he's the only one, but he was the only one his doctor knew about. Because I mean, they have to put you on either methadone or something else, kind of like that, to get off of it.
Yeah.
When you've been on it for years.
Yeah, when you've been on it for years.
Yeah, it took me 7 years of methadone. Yeah, it took John methadone. Most people it takes methadone. My grandfather, I don't know how the hell he did it. He did it himself. He just decided he didn't want to take it anymore. So he started weeding himself off, and he's been off it for years now. And he was on it for at least 3 or 4 years. And
there's hope.
It's great. I mean, I've never heard of anyone else doing that.
Yeah, I've never done. I've only taken one oxy pill in my entire
I've told
life.
people that they don't believe me, but it's true. He did it.
I can believe, I believe that you can wean yourself off and really, but it takes willpower. Something you and I basically don't have.
Yeah, not great at. Yeah.
So it's one of those
fucking
things.
8 grams. Yeah, it is. Like his doctor has written papers on him. Apparently, I haven't seen them. Yeah, and he does conferences. Seminars. He talks and he brings him up. Like, it is possible pointers. One of my patients did it. Yeah. And like I said, he did it by himself. He did it he just I'm just gonna take less and less, and I forget how long it took him. Almost a year, probably, or close to it.
Yeah, I would say so.
Everybody at a time. I think 6 months at least. And then he was able to do it by himself. And
he quit the day he started snorting it, Tim. Let's just be honest.
Well, I think it's once he realized that he was obviously addicted to it, he's like, I gotta get off.
Yeah, once you get the shakes to something, that's when fucking
both of those shows, Dope Sick and Painkiller, talk about how they pushed for doctors to prescribe it for everything, and it wasn't necessary. Now they only prescribe it for hospice people, or after a surgery, but a little, even then. They want you to get off of it as soon as possible. But they were toothaches and fucking, sore muscles and shit. They were telling doctors to prescribe to people, and everyone got addicted because it's so fucking evil. That stuff is so,
I think,
so strong, and it's fucking heroin in a pill.
I think
hundreds of thousands of people died.
If I was to ever get Vicodin, I could had a throat surgery or something like that or some shit, and they give me a Vicodin, I would actually write out the words, "Thank you for the good time I'm about to have for these many days," until they run out. Vicodin was so good. I want it, Tim. I want it.
I messed around with that a couple times when I got my hands on some. Somebody, I remember one time somebody gave me some because they had it for a toothache or something. They don't take it, and okay, you want these? So I'm like, yes. And me and the girl I was dating at a time were just like, but we didn't get addicted. We were dumb. We did dumb things with them, but we didn't.
I don't know how you can do that.
Ended up being fine, and we're not getting addicted. But
I don't know how you could ever, a human being could do that. I know I'm a minority of people, probably.
Put stuff in your nose.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the other day. I did some fucking dumb shit.
I got a wide fucking gypsy ass nose. I should be able to put stuff up it, but it's sensitive. It's very sensitive. No way. I gag whenever I put tweezers up there, and the only thing that kind of works is a rotary one.
The first time I ever did it, it was fucking stupid. I was probably 18, 19, and I heard about people doing it, and all I had was antidepressant. So I'm like, what happens if you do it? So I tried it, but it has a coating on it, and it just fucking burned for a day. It was bad, and I'm like, not doing this ever again. But then I had other things, and you learn the ways.
Ew. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I'm done with the crazy. It's the kind of shit you do in your 20s. That's the kind of dumb shit you do in your 20s. I did it. They don't need to do any of that shit anymore.
I don't know. Once I found weed, it just became the greatest thing ever.
John, I'm happy that you got off of it.
Yes,
because I know One of my really good friends, right when COVID started, passed, and he, you know, that's a bummer.
Yeah, and like there's stuff like that, man. When you get it, although I will say one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in my life. Speaking of OxyContin, is Dave Brockie from Guar in a live video they did in like 2000 was like, OxyContin are amazing, and his face was such joy that you're like, maybe he's right for like 2 seconds. You're like, maybe he's right. He peer pressured me because he's just like, Oxy's rule.
Yeah, not my thing.
No, Vicodin. If I had to choose a pill, it would be Vicodin because you can put it in pudding too, and it makes a delicious high like drug filled treat. It's a nice edible, actually.
You can dip your shit potatoes in it when you're stuck in space. I'm gonna get this potato and crust Vicodin because I can.
Just mashed potato with Vicodin gravy. Just be the best.
No, but in all seriousness, fucking get off that shit. And also, don't trust anything.
Do drugs, people.
Don't trust anything you get off the fucking street. Even pills. People put fentanyl in fucking fake
weed
pills
too, man. Like weed, it's the thing that you gotta in some vape tips. Like I've been fed fentanyl vape tips a few times, and they're not fun. They're not fun at all.
I think I had it one time, and like at the time, somebody told me it was liquid Xanax, which at the time I never heard of fentanyl. And looking back, I'm like, there had to be. There's no other thing it could have possibly been. What they told me it wasn't a thing. So
yeah,
luckily it was very very diluted. So
yeah, ghost brands are just never fun.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, they're staying up. I don't do anything illegal. I buy my stuff from the state liquor store.
Yeah, I'm actually, after I have stopped paying my lawyer, I think that's gonna be my next big purchase is gonna be my
liquor
license.
store.
No, what?
What'd you say?
After a lawyer, I meant. I don't know why I said
lawyer.
Liquor store. Once I finish paying my lawyer, I think I'm gonna get my medical card.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I can't afford it now, so now that's off the table. So,
and it doesn't. What I got doesn't affect it apparently.
No, I don't think it does. No.
Yeah, so I can do that. Can't get a gun now, probably, but
you know what? I've heard that, but I also know people who have guns who've done. So I don't know what that is. I've heard that. I don't know if that's true though.
It's got to be discretional.
Maybe I don't know. Weed legal in Ohio yet? No. There's probably going to be something on the ballot in this November. That's coming up.
I got a question
soon,
actually for John. I want a big question since you moved from the from the west to the middle of the country, and you're in a legal state. Which is better, Michigan or California?
You'd have to say you'd assume California, right? You'd assume.
Well, I don't know.
Well, Michigan doesn't give a whole lot of fucks up there.
No, you can have actually more plants than in Colorado.
I wonder. I know at one point their MMA was like the fucking Wild West. Like you had to bring your own gloves and shit. Like it was fucking wacky.
I heard that about Indianapolis or Indiana.
I don't know if they have a normal. I don't know if they have a normal commission now or not, but.
Well, they went to Detroit for a fight a while ago, didn't they? A couple years ago.
But that just means they have a commission. You know, I don't know. All they do is let them do their thing, really.
Yeah.
You know, not because I mean they do bring their own gloves, right? The UFC does supply their own shit.
Yeah.
Although other promotions do as well, but I think they have to be on some kind of standard.
Is weed legal in PA?
No, medical.
Medical
is my grandfather has it, but he has pills. He just takes like a tenner at night when he goes to bed.
The marijuana, the literal marijuana pills.
Yeah, literal. Yeah. So, that one time I didn't show with you, I took one before the show, but I figured it would like hit me like halfway through the show. It didn't hit me till 4 hours after I took it. It took forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had those. There's actually a funny pro
it's
wrestling.
cool. Like I'm like Tom Segura, dude. I'm a tenor guy. Tenors, fives,
tenors
tens.
are wonderful.
That's me.
When I went to see Paulie D, I took a tenor. It was old, but it was pretty good.
How was Polly, dude? Did you actually talk about it?
No, I don't think we did. On Tuesday.
Was it hilarious?
It was, dude. It was some of the most fun, like one of the most fun atmospheres I've ever been a part of. Because it's like you can tell a lot of people are doing a lot of shit in the crowd, like drug wise.
Yeah, off each other's shoulders.
And
hold your arm out.
Once he got on, we actually got pretty close compared to, or we had a better view this time than we did in Vegas because the stage was a little higher. So he was like over everybody. And motherfucker, I'm going to tell you something, dude. I don't know if the guy can throw hands, but like he's jacked. Like he is a big motherfucker. I would love to strap some fucking shit on him and do a celebrity boxing match with him to see if he can throw hands or if it's all just show muscle.
It's probably show. I mean, he was like that on the TV show, wasn't he? I mean, I didn't watch it, but I think that's.
He
like
looked.
All those guys were. All those guys were just fucking gym rats, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They went tanning and put a bottle of cologne on every day. And
he did he did his catchphrase of like, "Yeah, buddy," and then like, we're gonna let him hear you in Jersey, and doing all the fucking like shit that
What did he play? Like EDM fucking dance music?
It was a mixture of EDM and like hits. Like he did that Clarity song. And all the girls, they're like, "What, Clarity?" All that shit.
I'd only go to a club to dance if they played like music like for. I'll go to an emo night. I do one of those, like, or if it's like a DJ who just mixed like. But there's places like that. I was in a place in Akron once where a guy mixed "Closer" by Nine Inch Nails and "She's Country" by Jason Aldean. Like that's the kind of club I like.
I'd prefer try this in a small town over EDM. Huh. Oh God.
You see Joe Rogan had that Oliver Anthony kid on.
I did, and I hate his voice. I'm not gonna lie. Like he has a hateable voice. I don't know why, but it's just boo to your voice, sir. I don't know why. Like I like a beautiful singing voice. Beautiful singing voice. Speaking voice is grating and annoying. I don't know why.
Sounds normal to me. I don't know.
Ugh. No, there's some voices out there like
yours.
No. Well, I hate the sound of my own voice naturally. In recordings, I can't listen to myself. Even like stand-up clips. Like I get to where I need to be in like a 5-minute set or video or 10-minute set video because I just don't want to hear myself, and then I post it and never do anything about it.
How do you think the people in the room feel?
There's laughs. I know there's laughs. I don't know why they laugh, but they find me funny. Honestly, I was very surprised at the quality and the low prices they need in Michigan, or the weed in Michigan. All right. He said it's quality. It's from California, so I'm gonna say I'm smoking good shit then. All right,
sure.
Cool.
There's everywhere that has illegal stuff. There's somebody killing it somewhere. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's some really good ones in like southern Michigan that I've been to on a regular.
It's probably like anything else. There's good ones and there's shitty ones. It's like anything else. Why wouldn't
I think I still have points at a few of them. I need to cash in on.
You would have like a punch card for your weed
I
store.
do. Anytime I go to a legal state dispo, I immediately get on their points program because they'll like give you like 2 free pre-rolls or something like that. Where you're like, all right, cool, I get this shit and let's go.
Why can't the liquor stores have that?
It's a good question. I think they should have like Long John Silver's Taco Bells. Like I have some kind of like weed and alcohol together. I think it should.
No, I
The
was talking
money.
about a punch card, but
Oh, some places do have
I-
loyalty systems.
I
I've
should have
seen
a
a
Jim
few.
Beam punch card, dude. I should.
Third,
Oh, my
third
dad goes to
divorce.
drives to New York State to get his Jim Beam because it's cheaper, and they have mail-in rebates. And he mails in the rebates.
I was gonna say though, like the thing with like a Jim Beam punch card is I feel like your third divorce would be free with that, like with enough punches in there.
Sure.
Divorce
Lawyers should also do punch cards.
Yes.
Right. Do 2, get 1 free. 1 half price at least. Third one's half price. 8th one's free.
OVI lawyers should just
Should
off.
not do that. But my next one's free, bro.
Lansing had some kick-ass clubs. I've never. I just had my first Ohio or
You're gonna become a club
experience.
kid at 34. Do it.
You know what?
It's dark in there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Mike, I do have a goal anytime I go to Vegas from now on, which is to like see a top name like DJ at like their residency. I want to do that, but I'll always go to DJ Pauly D when I'm in Vegas.
Aoki
I'll plan
would be
trips
cool.
around it.
I go see Aoki, I think, but like
Yeah,
but-
Tiesto.
but
see a few of them.
usually like I don't like EDM and shit. I'm not into that. But
There was a heavy amount of EDM at the Pauly D show.
God, dude.
There was a lot of bass.
I want to see DJ Cumberbund. That's who I want to see.
Who?
He's the shit, dude.
Divorce should be illegal.
What are
no,
you, Catholic?
Divorce. Yeah, divorce. I'm for. I'm pro divorce sometimes.
How surprising is it that Ray's never been divorced?
Do you know the shock I wake up in the morning every day knowing I don't have. I would rather have an OVI than alimony. Like I'm good.
I don't know if you'd be paying alimony though.
Women always get it. You know, men get fucked more in divorces
That's
than women
usually
do.
The truth. I know someone. I will not say who it was, but he has complete split custody with him and his kids, and I think she made more money than him. I'm not sure, but she still got child support from him, so he just decided to not work for a long time. Like, he has some saved up, so he's like, I'm just gonna live on my savings for a while, and you know, you get like $6 support child support checks. Like, it's like.
That's a petty ass
It
move,
is.
and I
It
love
is, dude. It's a baller move, really.
It
It's
is.
an awesome move.
Those kind of like those guys always make me happy.
I'm going to live off my savings until my kids age out of it. Then I'll go back to work.
Yeah. I had a welding instructor years ago that like he was counting down the days and he had a vasectomy. So he was and he had like a year left, I think, on alimony until the kid turned 18 at the time. And he was like, dude, I got like 7 months left. 7 months and I'm fixed. I'm good.
I'm sure my dad was like that too with us.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, that's kind of normal. I think I know, dude. My neighbor, I remember he had a party when his oldest kid aged out of child support.
I think my dad just after he did it, he was like so fucking happy, but he also had a crazy sister. So like she's a cunt. And like, yeah. Then he found my mom who like is okay. Like definitely a change from what I used to hear from the shit he would get. But yeah, man, like divorce. I'm so happy I don't have to pay alimony. Like, it makes me happy every day to know that if I started a business at any point in my life, I would never have to give part of that money away to anyone but myself. It's a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day.
I was pretty fucking close getting married.
I had some close calls. I really did.
Talking child support. Where's Pulse? Johnny, come on. We don't do that kind of shit in this show. All right. Everybody love everybody here. Everyone's equal. Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that.
Well, equality is being able to make fun of whoever you want. Who cares, sir?
None of us have been married, which is kind of even Thomas. Even Thomas wasn't never married.
He was engaged, wasn't he? I think he's been engaged a few times.
So was I, but like it's. I would have been married if I didn't want an actual wedding.
I never.
She just wanted to get it done, and I wanted to have my family there, so we didn't do it.
Yeah, she didn't want your family there.
She didn't want to have a thing.
Oh,
she just wanted to do. It's not that she didn't want that; it's that she wanted to just get it done quick, or whatever. I'm like, I prefer if we did it. We didn't have to be big, but I want my family there.
I'll do Justice of the Peace or Vegas. Like that'll
really,
be
my
the two.
My
I
cousin
get
just got married in Vegas. One of them.
Oh, Vegas! I miss it so much.
Yeah, like I said before, I'm glad I didn't go to Vegas for the first time when I had more money, because I would probably would have had a trip by myself by now.
Yeah,
I probably would have went.
You would have spent an entire week with just spending money on Carrot Top tickets.
Yeah,
I go to every
Carrot Top
because you're not
show.
a big gambler.
Well, I do like to gamble. It's just I try to, rein it in. Although I did lose more money than I planned, but by like $200 more than I was planning on. That wasn't bad, and I would have been a lot better if Valentina didn't choke. Would have been a lot better. So
the what was I gonna say? Oh, the check I got did not come through, so I'm not gonna be able to go to I was planning on going to Rivers, and I'm not gonna be able to. Sucks, bro. Boo.
Yeah. Yeah, I do enjoy games. I just like playing. It's fun to play, man. But I'm just too broke, so I can't really do it anymore. And I stopped sports gambling too because I don't have any money. So that's good. I mean, it's fine, but it's Although overall this year I think I lost like $1,000 gambling between Vegas and online.
I think a couple hundred, but I made it up. I think with that Leon Edwards win in what was that, February? I think that was February when Leon.
Yeah, but then you went to Vegas.
I did, and I did lose a lot.
Yeah, neither of us did any winning in Vegas.
No, I will say though, when it comes to winning, not doing fun stuff, this was probably the best Vegas trip I've ever had. Probably, yeah. I would definitely.
Man, I don't have to gamble if I just have shit planned, and it's not very difficult. There's a lot of shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna run out of shit to do in Vegas. That's what's cool about Vegas. You're not gonna run out of shit to do, and I rather do things when I'm on a vacation than we're just gonna sit out by the beach. I'm like, that's the vacation. I'm like, I can be drunk and lazy anywhere. I do that at home constantly. Yeah. Maybe somewhere I can do some shit.
Johnny, no, Vegas is amazing. All right, Vegas is amazing. It's my whole. It's
anyway
my preferred vacation spot.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean
the shady parts of it were hilarious.
Yes, that's kind of one reason why I do love Vegas so much. Is there are just shadiest places.
Old Vegas was fun. We were only down there for a little bit, but it was a hilarious spot. I wouldn't want to stay there. I wouldn't want to stay there.
What? Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust the casinos there, man. No way.
Golden Nugget's on the up and up somewhat. I
really like staying on the Strip.
I want a good amount of money at the D.
The D.
The D, which is like one of the casino, or right next across the street from the casino where one of my friends got taken by some street hustlers for pictures.
Did the
They're just
Vegas
like
hotel room smell like lubricant and soiled panties? No, we had a nice room. Our room was nice. I have nothing bad to say about the hotel we stayed at.
no,
I would recommend. Horseshoe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd stay
formerly
there.
Bally's.
I stay there again, although I kind of want just for the heck of it try a different hotel. But if that was the cheapest one again, the best deal like it was this time, I'd go there again for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to actually see what one of the rooms in like the Venetian or
Luxor. That's what I'm gonna say. Luxor.
yeah, Luxor would be a good one. Just to like have a high quality hotel room in one of the biggest, because I did the Golden Nugget my first time, stayed in the D, which was a good room. It had a good like view of.
Apparently, Flamingo's trash, huh?
Dude, the Flamingo isn't trash. It's just trash-y. Like, it's kind of cool, but everything's pink.
I mean, that's their thing.
I know, but like it's overwhelming pink. Like bright pink. And the what's the one thing? The showers are pretty cool, like the bathrooms are kind of cool. They were all like frosted glass and stuff. But no, I didn't like the vibe. It was just like too, what's the word I'm looking for? Corporate feeling. It was
I really like Horseshoe.
Yeah, Horseshoe's dope.
Just kind of wish they had some more food. They had some more food, like in it. But there was a bunch of stuff just across the parking lot there, just across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Flamingo. No, we didn't even get to do all the things in that hotel. We wanted to do. We didn't get to play putt. I didn't go to the Cabinet of Curiosities bar. I didn't go in there.
Yeah, I definitely want to try that next time I go. Like actually pay for the experience and like do the whole thing. I think that'd be kind of fun. Just to see how many people are in that room. Be
I don't know
cool.
what. It's just a bar that has weird shit in it.
Yeah, and you have to like have a thing or something.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's like a speakeasy bar where you got to like have find the password or something.
No, you just go fucking walk in there and buy alcohol. But they have puzzles and shit, and they have like weird, like kind of like Ripley's Believe It or Not kind of shit. There. Yeah. I didn't go in though. I kept saying I'm gonna go, and I didn't go.
Well, you were too busy taking your long day naps.
That's true. So I didn't have a CPAP then. Would have been better for the CPAP.
Your snoring wasn't that bad, but it was. I was able to sleep.
You were the worst I've ever heard.
I know.
That's be a problem too. I'm gonna have to. Well, if I bring earplugs, I'll be all right. Because it's real bad.
You just have good hearing.
I'm bringing a fan and earplugs.
You can hear me through the floor.
Get separate rooms, fuck it.
That'd be nice. Because I have guests.
Me too.
Guests of the evening.
Women of the night.
Yes. But we also, I want to do the Bunny Ranch. If they're willing to send a limo, I'm willing to go.
Alan looked it up. Apparently, if you plan on spending money, they will send a limo. They will bring you a limo for free. You probably tip your driver, whatever. Just there and back, they will get you a limo.
The driver will get like $300 for the whole thing for driving that far. It's like an hour outside.
Yeah. So I'm sure they probably do it all the time. It's probably a lot of what that drive. Because probably the majority of their people come from Vegas. But they probably rent a car though. But I'd give that a go if I had the money. I would. Why not? Just give it a try. Why not?
It's the pricing we need. We need the pricing to know if it's worth it.
Oh, dude, did you not watch the show when it was on HBO?
No, but
back then it was $15. Back then it was a $1,500 hour, so you're talking probably $2,000.
I'm just looking for like a quick beach and then.
Oh, well, that's a little different. It's probably, I don't know, but
$200.
No, it'd be more than that for sure.
For a beach?
Almost guarantee it, dude.
Really?
No, I would assume so.
No woman is worth more than 200 for a beach. That's a hello nowadays on a date. It's a greeting. I can give one for free off of a dating app.
Mm. But they're not professionals, Red. These are professionals.
I don't know. I've had some soul stealers in the past.
But they're not professional. They might be quality amateurs. Okay.
I was about to say they're AAA. If they're knocking on the door with some good
professional.
Stats. They're knocking on the door. Like they just
Heisman Trophy winner type. This is what that was the analogy you're going for.
Yeah.
All American. Some All Americans.
Yes.
I believe
undrafted free agents, as I like to call. Wouldn't that be horrible if that was
free agent? Could mean they sucked. They're terrible.
Or they just fell through the cracks, you know.
Well, they were terrible.
All American.
Call them All Americans. That makes sense.
But I'm talking about when they get to the pro level. They're like walk-ons at that point. Like they're late roster additions.
They don't make the team because they're not good enough.
Okay, but they're still in AAA.
But they would make money. They'd be professional then. They're not making money. See, what you're saying makes no sense. I had the perfect analogy and you fucked it up.
You
my analogy is much better than yours because yours doesn't make any sense. AAA, they make
the
money.
G League. Sometimes they get balls enough.
They make money. The professionals, they make money.
I get it.
The G League would be like you know, the whores that don't work for the Bunny Ranch, but they're in the dumpster behind the 7-Eleven. And they charge you money. That's like the G League. They charge you money, but you know they're not in the big league. It's just the G League.
It's like the cards that we got that I kept collecting. Like those. That's the quality. Oh, that's just straight up sex trafficking, probably. So,
I don't know.
I would say so. I actually found a couple recently. I kept them. I love those cards. They're so funny.
They're gonna make like a coffee table out of them or something.
It's a goal. That'd be fun to do. Just layers them on top of each other.
You are the kind of guy that would like have an apartment and that would be your table or coffee table. Would just be like, yeah, that sounds like you.
I made it myself. It's my art piece. It's called Whores Across America. But you realize even gay sex is not gay. Oh, John.
What even is gay anymore? Like a coffin out of it. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna bury Ray with those. We're just gonna.
I hope they line the inside of my coffin. What are you talking about? It's a big stack of them, like right on the.
That's where we're spreading your ashes in Old Vegas. Just
yes.
Just in front of a panhandler. Just.
My friend wanted this. Run away.
I'm never allowed in Old Vegas again. Love
Old Vegas.
Tim, so what's more manly, pulling guard or eating hot dogs? Both are fine.
I mean, if you're ending up on, sort of a north-south mount, that's never a good thing. You want to talk about fights?
Not really. I want to go eat.
Okay, me too.
Well, the one thing I want to talk about, we talked about Rose. I think Rose probably going to win, but we'll see. I don't know. And I think Spivak's going to be gone.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Gone that I'm kind of worried about is, like, will this be a Derek Lewis or what do you call it? Derek Lewis or Francis Ngannou kind of situation where he's going to be a little shook after like being wrestle fucked the way he was by Jones. And is he going to come back in his hometown? It
wasn't wrestle fucking as much as it was he got taken down once and submitted before he could do anything else.
Well, yeah, but he looked uncomfortable in that, and he just looked overpowered for some reason.
For some reason? Well, I mean, the reason is that John Jones is much better than him. That's what the reason was. It wasn't like picograms. It wasn't like a surprise. It wasn't like a big surprise or anything.
Is there a pulsing picogram? Did Dana pay to have that completely go away?
No. Fucking your whole life when you have one experience with the dude. Oh, I understand what he's saying there. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it is I don't think that makes you gay unless you enjoyed it.
Well, listen, if you only kill one person, you are a murderer, John. So
I've never put like that eloquently ever. That was actually a really good analogy. No, yeah. I mean, yeah, sometimes you want what did Casey say? Then what is that?
I don't know.
Mio Chicano followed up with story. What? Ooh, I don't even know. Moicano? Is that Moicano? Yeah, Moicano followed up the story about pulling guard and losing a fight. I do not know, but but yeah, man, it's yeah, I'd say they make you kind of gay, especially if you enjoyed it. But getting back to Gagne, I don't know if that loss being so embarrassing at 85 is going to.
Gagne seems like the kind of guy who's probably going to work harder and probably be better. That's my guess. But I think Spivak's so fucking nasty that I just don't think. Listen, if Gagne beats Spivak, good for him, man, because he made some adjustments and he fixed what he needed to fix. But Spivak's looked pretty good lately. He's pretty nasty. So it's a good matchup for sure. I'm excited for that fight and the co-main event. Those two fights. Everything else, don't really care about at all. What time are these?
3 p.m.
Okay. I actually was up. I watched the fights last week, the main card last week live. First time in a while.
I was at work when those fights were going on. I worked last Saturday, so I asked to have this Saturday off because I'm going to Pittsburgh for the show, which will be fun. I'm gonna take some videos and stuff and show like the crowd and everything. And PPG is an awesome arena. Like, it's a really good arena. It's built for hockey, and the seats are I think the seats are going to be kind of small again, which is going to suck. But definitely I'll try to do also the standing room only for a little
Probably
while.
won't be seeing too much of the main card live because Ohio State plays at 3:30.
Oh, God. That's funny. Go Blue.
Again, why the worst kind of sports fan? It's weird. It's weird that you want your friends to feel pain. That's weird. That's a shitty friend. You're shitty in so many levels.
Hey, man, I like the teams I like because everybody hates
you.
Them.
You don't like anyone. You just like your friends, people you like, to be sad and angry because you sociopath. Maybe you're just a sociopath. Maybe that's what
possibly.
It would explain a lot.
No, Cleveland and Ohio, man.
Dude, it's where you fucking live. It's where you're from. It's who you are.
I have a.
Don't pretend like you're not, because it doesn't work well. You're like, oh, I'm actually. No, you're not. You're from fucking
John,
Cleveland.
or not John. Sorry, Tim. Listen to me when I say this. It's America. I can hate whatever I want. All right. And I'm not really high on Ohio. I love MMA in Ohio.
You're in Ohio. I think it's just because you hate yourself so much. You hate Ohio because you are an Ohioan.
Yeah.
You hate Ohio because that's where you're from.
That's actually, you know what? We've had a breakthrough today on the show. I'm not going to lie.
Your biggest issue with Ohio is that's where you're from. That's where Ray Hyclack's from. So fuck Ohio.
It's like I could have been born anywhere else, but this fucking this glacier of a fucking city.
You would have hated any state that you were born in because you were born there.
No, I think I would have been happy in Texas or somewhere like that. Florida, maybe. Although
Florida? The fuck off, dude.
I fit in Florida.
The NAACP tells black people not to go to Florida.
Yeah, because they're dumb. But that's neither here nor there. They're just biased, bro. It's all political.
They had some points. Didn't somebody just kill a bunch of black people down there? So it's not too far off there.
It's Florida. Shit happens like that all the time. People get eaten by alligators.
It's kind of worse though. Yeah.
No. They have anacondas down there though. That's the big problem. that I have of Florida.
Yeah, one of them's named Ron DeSantis.
He's the one that his mouth. He actually unhinged his jaw to help slow the hurricane in Florida.
I'm not reading that.
Yeah, no. And Montague, I know where that's at. But it's a good.
The toxicity of our chat.
Our chat. Yo, why do you read them live?
Everyone here is racist and sexist.
Racist. Now, every once in a while, they give you a good chat. They give good comments on fights. But mostly, it is racist.
Sexist and homophobic. Yeah.
More wood for their fires that burn cross.
I think I'm gonna have to write this whole thing now.
Please do. We'll record it and put it as a SoundCloud. See how many people. 1 million hits and they're all clan members? What? I would just calm down. Calm down, buddy. We're having fun. But no, yeah, man. The Florida, I'd like to live there. Just for the
last
weather.
place I want to live. Well, I go to Texas for weather before I go to Florida.
Plus,
Texas,
I have an uncle down there, which I need to get a hold of him. So that was a high thought. But
I'm afraid what the chat's gonna say next. I think we should go.
All right, we will. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if my food is on the way. Even though I'm broke as fuck right now, dude. I've got like $300.
I had $3 yesterday.
I know.
Now it's $13. I had a $10 in my wallet.
I just won't buy merchandise and probably won't drink, but I'll smoke weed.
I couldn't go anywhere because I didn't have any gas in my car.
And you bought booze. Although you use the booze more than you do your car.
It's true.
So I do agree with you. But
honestly, yeah. I would live in Florida until I saw a gator. Then I would leave. I'm like, no, it's enough. Done. One in the wild. I'm like, nope, that's enough. Out of here. No, one's enough.
I don't think I've ever seen an alligator up close. Shauna has because her dad lives in Florida. But like, fuck that, homie. Fuck that noise. I would never.
We did a whole entire show without you. Now you show up.
It's
fine. He's working. I'm just joking.
He's got things to create, man.
He's got that rowdy liquor shop to keep on lock.
He pulls the piece. It's okay. Hold on. I'm trying to look at what my driver looks like. Oh my god, my driver is probably a weeb. He's picking it up now. But do you have a hero of the week this week, or everybody just you hate everybody this week? I do
hero of the week on Tuesdays. I forgot to say, we talked about it. I just forgot to say it was hero of the week. It's the Twins people, the scoreboard people, for putting the Jose Ramirez thing out there.
Yeah, you didn't mention it on Tuesday. So
I just forgot. I forgot to say that was hero of the week. We talked about it, but and dude,
it was amazing.
There's a front runner for next week already, man. I don't know if it's going to be beat, but the Nebraska women's volleyball team played a game in front of 93,000 people.
That's
so fucking cool. That was so cool.
Before the show. Yeah, I saw that before the show. I think on NBC News with Lester Holt. I was watching that, getting ready for the show, and I mean 92,000 fucking people for hard court volleyball. Not even sand. Like sand, I can understand because of like the outfits. And
that's so cool.
It is. For
That's
sure.
So cool. I mean, it shattered the record for women's event by a lot.
It was hopefully who gets attributed to this, by the way, is Bill Burr. Bill Burr deserves credit for calling America out about women's sports, and I think that was the sea change, Tim. I think that's the sea change. Is enough people have seen that reel on Facebook to know we need to start paying attention to female sports.
But those girls don't get any money. Well, they have NIL deals, but still.
Yeah.
But in 92, 93, that's awesome. That was
it was
so
like
cool.
I think it was
That's
like
so
92 and 3, like 92,003 people were at that game.
I'll check it later, but when I saw that, number one, I saw that they broke an attendance record. I'm like, oh, cool, but I didn't expect it to be 90,000.
And the coach even said, he was like,
Did
I
they
would
win?
just be happy. Yeah, they won. They did win. That would be hilarious if they just choked.
That's great. And
drop all three.
They don't. That's
drop
an
all
indoor
the
sport.
sets.
Indoor sport too. So they had to play.
Yeah,
indoor sport outside. But
that's what I'm saying for hardcore.
That's pretty
dude.
sweet. But the thing is, it had to be college. But the thing is, if I was in the area, I'd fucking go to that. They're like, hey, we're gonna try to break this record. They're like, fuck, let's do it. Let's do it.
You know, if the Olympics would ever come to America for like Summer Olympics, the
LA
Nebraska
2020, 2030, 20. What was the last one? 2020, 2028, LA.
Oh, okay. I was about to say they could put it in Nebraska and sell out the the stadium for beach volleyball.
John, really with Bill? Really? You think Bill Burr sucks now? That's way off, bro. I mean, you have your opinion, man, but I think he's great. I loved his last special. It was amazing.
Oh, his last special was fantastic. And I got to luckily see it performed before it hit Netflix because he was doing a lot of the jokes there, and he did a few like newer jokes that he was working on. If I had chops to be a comedian today, I would give no fucks and go complete Patrice. Nobody can go complete Patrice, sir. Nobody can do that. Don't invoke his name and think you could do what he does.
Also, before you start doing the crazy stuff, you got to be famous first. If you start doing that shit at open mics, you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, you need to be like Matt Rife famous for that shit to be.
Yeah, you hold on. You can be like, I want to be the guy who says whatever. You can't start off that way because it's not going to work out well for you.
No, you have to kind of ingratiate yourself and then build. It's you have to be there.
Once you start talking about this stuff, you have to know how to make shit funny, and it has to be better be fucking funny too. Or it's gonna be a problem.
Bill Burr, but Bill Burr to me is like, oh no, you don't have to apologize. It's just we know you're wrong. That's no, I'm kidding. But Burr wishes he was talented as Chad Zumock.
Zumock's the man. I don't care what anybody says.
I have not been keeping like once the Shuley Network teamed up with Chad to fuck with Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show. That's when I kind of lost interest because I liked the side angles they would do. They would hit John, but then all of a sudden start going after like Chad or one of those.
That is funny. They had the fake donos and shit, and they got Tony in on it. Pretty funny. That
made me like Chad again. I'm not gonna lie. When he started fucking with Stuttering John to that point, I'm like, all right, he's willing to do fun stuff for the show for the tube. I like it. But what we'll do is we will make a deal with you guys to reconvene on Tuesday. As we always do, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys can watch us whenever. We do appreciate the people.
Everyone's going to be naked, all right? No pants on Tuesday, guys.
No pants Tuesday. No pants Tuesday. Watch, we finally reveal that we're Kens.
John, it sounds like you don't like anybody. Watch Mary Santora. Watch Mary's 12-minute thing.
Bert Kreischer is a bit of an idiot, and he admits it and leans into it. That's why I like him. Tom
he doesn't deny that.
Tom, I'll fight you on Main Street, no matter how big you are, for Tom Segura. He treated me like a prince. He was nice to me when I met him a bunch of times, and worked with him at the Improv. Like, I loved him. Still, one of my favorite moments ever at that club was Tom Segura looking at me when I'm in the sound booth of the Cleveland Improv, and I'm like, "How are you enjoying your time, Tom? I would rather be at the dentist's office right now than be."
Was it a bad weekend or like?
It was his first weekend at the Improv. It really wasn't that full. They tried to paper it, and like it was a wild, weird weekend.
When they paper that room, I assume it's not what Segura would usually draw. I'm assuming.
And this is when nobody knew who he was. Like,
Yeah.
This was like 2013, I want to say. Like, and I mean, I got to see him on the come up the next year when I started doing pest control, and I like got free tickets to go see him. And he was it was when he was working out bikes, when he was working out the Scared Straight bit. Oh my God. It was so fucking funny, dude. Like, I love Tom Segura, dude. Tim Dillon, What America Means to Me, is the funniest 15 minutes I've ever seen. Tim Dillon, another fucking great comic.
Wasn't Eden Fiddence at the Funny Stop? Didn't he do the Rubber City?
Yeah, Finance. Yeah.
Yeah, Finance. He did Rubber City, yeah.
Yeah, I love Ian Finance too. He's fucking one of my favorite comics out
I
there.
I didn't go see him.
But yeah, man, we're gonna hop off here. My Uber driver has my shit, so I'm good to go. And we will see you guys Tuesday, as always. YouTube, Facebook. We have a Rumble page.
I don't care.
5 followers, and we can stream live on Rumble. I want to make Tim.
If you guys want to troll me, join our Rumble page.
Yes, troll. Let's do this. Get 5 people. All we need is 5 followers on Rumble. Rumble.com/BroBroPlata. And if you get 5 bots, I don't care. Let's do it. I want to see if we get an audience on that. And as always, fam, we will see you at the Kumite.
Johnny wants to know what the fuck Rumble is. Good question. Like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Honestly, you don't want to know. Pass.